Alright, it's still raining, but there it is. Tell me this thing isn't absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, that door's kind of screwed up. This is the first time I'm actually looking at it, but I'm sure I can find another one. So yeah, we haven't figured out a price just yet. We're in negotiations, but yeah, there it is. What do you guys think? Welcome back. Glad you could join me. So today we're working on Oscar. We're going to work on Lomax. And at the end of the episode, we are going to go look at the next project. It is sweet. Oh, don't forget, we're going to announce who won the 5 stickers for the giveaway, as well as our brass knuckle vice grip grabby thingy. And then I'll throw in a few top secret, who knows. Anyways, stay tuned. You're watching Whiskey Dance. If you can't tell, it has been raining here for days. It just stopped about 15 minutes ago and the sun came out. And it's absolutely beautiful out now, but we work on stuff outside. So all this stuff is dripping and whatever else. I do have this bumper. I took it off a while ago. I added some material to it. I'm going to put a light bar in it. That's inside the shop. We're going to take care of that quick. And I was thinking maybe we'd talk about how much money people are spending on their projects. Is it worth it? What should you look for? You know, what's your budget? Sometimes you might want to spend just a little bit more to get something a little nicer rather than a whole lot of sweat equity. I mean, if you're smart enough to do all those things, by all means. But it seems like finding a better project sure is nice. Sorry to interrupt. This will only take a second. So my daughter picked the numbers. The first one, I'm not going to tell you. But the second one is David Law 2696. Congratulations. And I'll tell you the other one a little later in the video. Stay tuned. Anyone that hasn't seen this bumper yet, or maybe you're new to the channel, I sectioned in 8 inches and I put about 4 there. I don't have this bolted in right now. I just got it setting in there so you can kind of see what it looks like. I have to finish grinding all my welds, get it all cleaned up. We're going to primer it, paint it bright white, and then we'll let it dry for a while and set it on the truck so that everyone can look at it. So, without further ado, let's go. Got it all ground. Looks pretty good. I'm going to hit these edges with some sandpaper, and then I'll put some primer on there, and then see if we can't get some paint on it. Should look good with that bright white. I'm going to hit it with the turbo can, so hopefully 1 can is enough. It should be. All right, just waiting for the primer to dry. Filler primer, I should say. One thing I really like about that filler primer is that if you have any type of imperfections or pinholes or anything else, you just take one of these cans and you let it eat. And I promise you it'll fill them pinholes. Just let it dry and then hit it with some sandpaper and you're good to go. I already prepped the backside as well. And that I painted white. So that's already done. Just need to let this primer set up a little bit longer, and then I'll record me spraying it. I'll show you how nice these cans go on. These gigantic turbo cans. I'm just waiting for this primer to dry so that I can hit it with the paint. It looks good. All right, who wants to see turbo can in action? We're ready. Got it all nice and shook up. So last weekend I was way up north of Minnesota and I got to meet Arco from Outlaw Edge. He's a local to me YouTube channel. He's got about 40,000 subscribers. He does a lot of like metalwork videos. He's got a bunch of awesome projects. A 49 Chevy pickup he calls Convict that his father owned, and then I don't know how he ended up with it, but so he's working on that. And then he has a completely homemade car, and well, actually two homemade cars. One is called Rogue, and the other one is called I think it's Vigilante. Both are awesome. So anyways, after I get this painted, I'll show you a little clip of something that he made me. Super nice guy. I'm so glad that I met him. But, anyways, let's paint this quick. All right, anybody that's ever done this, typically what you do is you put on your first coat and then it's got something to stick to. You let it set up for a minute and then you can hit it heavy with the second and third. I just want to make sure that I have good coverage with everything. Don't want to miss any spots. We'll let that hang out for a couple minutes. Started raining again, so I don't know how much of Lomax we're going to be able to get work done today, but and I'm almost out of welding gas, so hopefully I can finish the bumpers on that. I don't need a whole lot of welding to finish that, but it does need to be dry, so yeah. Also, Glenn from 1776 Garage is coming over tomorrow morning to say hi. Probably put him to work for a little bit, so you guys should go check his channel out too. Be right back.
All right, bitch, you want to play games? You video stealer? I stole your damn logo. How you like that? Woo! Top that. That sign would look real good in your shop, wouldn't it? All powder coated, Cerakoted, cut out with the plasma cutter. What do you think, brother?
So there is, I just put the third coat on there. I got it super thick. Normally, like the black will lay down and it'll have some orange peel in it, but it seems like the white really lays down like glass. Holy cow. It's gonna look really good. I'm thoroughly impressed. I'm probably not gonna touch it. I really wanna hang it, but I gotta let it dry. So maybe if we can screw around with Lomax for a little while, if that dries. I gotta pick my son up from daycare here in a couple hours, so hopefully it's ready to touch. I don't know, I put that paint on pretty thick, but it is still sprinkling. I'm waiting on the throwout bearing for this still. I have everything else. The last thing I'll have to do is get the drive shaft cut, and let's see, what else? Oh, I gotta throw that master cylinder in there. So I'm not gonna be able to weld this, unfortunately. So I guess we'll find something else to do. Sounds good. Those turbo cans actually lay down pretty nice. Man, looks like I got a little run. Son of a gun. Oh well, I'm sure I could sand it off or something. Maybe what I'll do is sand that off and then I can hit the whole thing with some clear. But wow, does that look good? I sure do like that paint. I was gonna start working on this, but The only problem is I got to do some welding and cutting and whatever else, so I don't want sparks and everything else flying and hitting that. Since my shop is my paint booth, and my paint booth is my shop. If you know what I mean. What should we work on next? I haven't gotten the master cylinder back yet for the cab over. It looks like it did stop raining. I think I'm gonna wipe this stuff off and we'll weld these bumper ends or whatever. If it's dry enough, I'll throw some primer on there so it can stop rusting. I think it is gonna look good though. Actually, this side's under the tree. It's still dry. You know, hit it with a wire wheel and a grinder and then finish welding it. We'll throw a little primer on that. We also need to finish welding these fenders on there. There's a few things that still need to happen. I need to fix this window, put a master cylinder in it. I took a lug nut off the other day. I think I told you guys last video, but these tires will interchange, so I can put them so they're out, so the reveal will be the same as that, you know, so it'll poke out just a little bit, but not too much. I think it's gonna look good. I would do it now, but on these, the motor has a motor mount on the very front and nothing on the back. And I have the transmission and everything else out. So there's nothing else holding it up besides that jack. And I need the jack to lift the whole thing up. And I can't lift up by the motor. And, well, you guys understand. So, yeah, let's drag the welder out in the rain and see if we can't get a little zippity zapped. You know what? Let's put a pause on that real quick. Earlier in the video, I had stated that you want to check out your project good. Oh man, I forgot that I painted this. Oh man, I must have dried just in time. Whew. Good deal. That's for my kitchen project. Anyways, you want to really check your projects out. Like, I kind of knew that the clutch may have been froze or it needed a master cylinder and a slave cylinder. I knew that much. So on to the next thing. Off the brake booster, which is hiding in there, there's another line that starts going to the back that somebody cut off. Well, that line ties in with this valve right here. And then this, oops, sorry. This needs, sorry about the crappy camera work. Anyways, this I'm assuming would go up into the cab and that would actuate the air to the 2-speed rear end. So whoever had this before disconnected it, and I hope it wasn't because the rear end or something was locked up, but I guess we're gonna find out when we get there. But yeah, you want to check for rot, you know, in important places. I mean, a lot of this flat stuff, that's easy fix stuff. Unless you don't have a welder or you don't have any welding experience, then you may want to buy something that's a little bit closer to completed. Maybe more of like a mechanical, like buy it as a roller type of a deal. What else? I paid $920 for this. I feel like I got a really good deal on it. I don't plan on putting any more than like, I set my budget for $2,000, but I think with all the sheet metal and everything else that I had, I'm sitting at probably $1,700, maybe, which, I mean, isn't bad so far, but I still need to get material for the fenders around the rear wheels and whatever else, but I think we can keep it under $2,000, but I don't know. As soon as I get done with this one, I'll probably take it up to that car show up in Big Falls that Arco's having. I think it's August 17th. That's probably be the day that it goes up for sale. So if anybody's interested in a cab over, you know, it's not going to be super pretty, but it'll be a cheap, you know, fun little cruise around town. You know, you can comfortably get I don't know, 3 people in there, I would guess. What else do we need to do to this thing? I'm going to put some different mirrors on it because these ones are kind of shot. What else? I'm going to take this piece off. I'm going to rebend a new one. Probably take the headlights out. I got to chip all this off. Get this all cleaned up. I'm going to repaint all of the white. I think that'll look good. Yeah. Oh, another thing. I got one white mirror and one chrome, so that chrome's got to go. What else? I was monkey with buttons the other day, and I left my my cab lights on for, I don't know, probably 8 hours. So I'm assuming this battery is completely dead. But anyways, all I'm trying to say is that don't get too invested in your project. I know, like, I've gotten carried away. I had a Camaro. I probably had 30 grand in that damn thing, and it was just too much. You know, you put 30 grand into a project and it's still only worth 12 grand when you're done. I mean, if you're planning on keeping it, maybe buy somebody's project that they already started and just take over would be my suggestion. But anyways, enough talking. Jeez, this guy doesn't shut up. Oh, top secret, but we may have a couple of sponsors coming in hot. Hopefully I can share the news with you next week. So should I tell you who won the 5 stickers? Yeah, I'll make you wait a little bit longer. As soon as I go outside and start the camera, the wind kicks up. And I don't know what's going on around here lately, but I don't know if you can see my trampoline over there. But it got so windy last night, I just noticed it, that it relocated it upside down. Sheesh. Can't wait to get that bumper and this stuff cleaned up. Scrape all that old stuff off and hit it with some clear. Anyways, I got... sorry. I don't know why I say anyways so much, but I do. I almost said it again. Alright, I'm going to clean up this surface quick. Got the welder out here. Forgot my chair. I shut the door so that nothing gets contaminated into my paint, my bumper. So... let's get this cleaned up quick, and then we'll do some welding. All right, you don't need to really get all pretty with that. And this stuff's actually thick enough material where you don't really need to be jumping around too much. So, nothing warped. I just need to clean it up quick. I'll probably put some more of that filler primer on there. And then we'll jump on the other side. Look good. Real good. Got her all finished up. I did have to put it on a little thick, but it all sands right off. So it'll look nice once it's time to put on some of that Wimbledon white. Make it look like the rest. Let's jump on the other side now. Might as well do a little before and after. As you can see it, looks just like the other side. Wish these darn birds would start chirping. Turds are burping. And there it is. I didn't like the way the reveal was right here, so I added a little bit more material and then I ground it off. When I pull the bumper off to do final paint and whatever else, I'm going to clean that corner up just a little bit more. What I like to do when I'm rounding these edges off is what I'll do is I'll grind everything flat on this side, grind everything on that side flat, and then I'll run the whole length. Just keep going back and forth, and then it'll make your corner nice and perfect. Because if you're pressing hard here and then down here, and then here, and then it's just not going to look even. So just a little tip if anybody wants it. All right, for the moment that all three of you have been waiting for, drum roll please. The winner goes to Honest Peyton's Speed Shop. He is a friend of the channel. Just out of coincidence, he got picked. So he's the winner. This time, I am going to suggest that he doesn't take the stickers and then he doubles it and sends it to someone else. And you can let him pick somebody on his channel, and then I'll send that person 10 stickers. Or that person, I guess, could, not take it, and then we'll double it one more time, but I can't go any further than that. So anyways, Chad from Honest Peyton Speed Shop, ball's in your court, buddy. What are you going to do? Let us know. Thank you. Oh, I'll be back. I'm late for a pickleball tournament, and I'm not even joking. Anyways, yeah, some old ladies were talking smack. I got a pickleball court, I don't know, maybe a quarter of a mile from my house. I walk down there, show these blue hairs what's up. No, I'm just kidding. Wife and kids are all going down there, so I gotta flex on these fools once in a while. Establish dominance. You know how it is. No mercy. All right, so it's raining and miserable out. I'm gonna have to call it. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I respond to every single comment. My bonus material at the end of this episode will be me and my son going out to look at the new project vehicle. Hopefully it's not raining too bad over there. Regardless, we're going to look at it. Rain or shine, I don't care if I gotta carry a garbage bag over my head or just get wet, whatever. It's definitely happening. I can't wait for you guys to see it. So stay tuned. Thanks again. Don't forget about all my friends. I'll leave links in the description, especially Classic Car Revivals, my kid brother. Thanks, guys. See you next week. Maybe I should do an episode on Monday. Memorial Day? What do you guys think? Let me know. Bye. Tell me this thing isn't absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, that door's kind of screwed up. This is the first time I'm actually looking at it, but I'm sure I can find another one. So yeah, we haven't figured out a price just yet. We're in negotiations, but yeah, there it is. What do you guys think? All right, our bonus feature. So yeah, if you guys didn't catch it already, let me shut the window. We had two winners, David Law, 2696, and Honest Peyton Speed Shop. So I already told Chad that he won, and obviously David Law will have to email me sometime so I can send his stuff out. I'll probably, I don't know, I may just give him the entries and maybe a t-shirt or something. I don't know. We'll see when we cross that bridge. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I'm really excited about that international Lodestar. If anybody knows where I can get a black door or what you think that thing's worth, could you give me a shout? Let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell your friends. With all these sponsors and everything else starting to get on board, and I'm at 5,100 something subscribers. Come on, help me be my own boss. I don't want to work for anybody else. All right, see you guys next week. Goodbye. Bye.